Ah, yes. Welcome, my dear friends. Tonight, we embark on a journey into the strange and mysterious, a place where wagging tails meet ghostly whispers and brave pups uncover hidden secrets. I trust you've all been invited, haven't you? Well, if you haven't, I suggest you follow along anyway. Tonight, we step inside Bark Manor, but let us begin at the beginning. It was a day like any other in the quiet town of Pawston. The sun hung lazily in the sky, casting its warm rays over gardens and dog parks as pups of any size and shape went about their daily routine. Some chased tennis balls, others lounged in sunspots, and a few mischievous ones barked at passing squirrels. Life was as it always had been, peaceful, predictable, and wonderfully normal. But as the day drew to a close and the first hints of dusk began to settle over the town, something strange happened. On the doorstep of every pup's home, there appeared a letter. Not just any letter, mind you, but an invitation sealed with a curious paw-shaped stamp. No one knew where it had come from or who had sent it, but the message was clear. You are cordially invited to a grand event at Bark Manor. Join us at dusk if you dare. Bark Manor. The name alone sent a shiver down every pup's spine. It was an old, forgotten estate at the edge of town, surrounded by mystery and whispers of strange happenings. Most dogs stayed far away from it, but how could anyone resist such an invitation? Excitement and curiosity filled the air. Some dogs barked happily, eager to see what awaited them, while others tilted their heads in confusion. But one thing was certain. By the time the moon rose, every brave pup in Pawston was ready to gather at the gates of Bark Manor. As the sky turned a deep shade of indigo, the pups prepared. Collars were straightened, paws were dusted off, and a few lucky, squeaky toys were chosen for the journey. This was no ordinary evening. This was the beginning of an adventure. No paw could resist such an invitation. And so, one by one, the brave dogs of the town gathered at the gates of Bark Manor. The moon hung low in the sky, casting long shadows across the old stone building. From the first sniff, something seemed different. One by one, the pups stepped inside. The door creaked shut behind them, and suddenly, the world outside felt very far away. Inside, Bark Manor was full of surprises. Cobwebs hung from the chandeliers. The air smelled of dust and age, and yet there was something else, something strange. The furniture seemed to have been left untouched for years, yet the curtains rustled, and in the corner of every room, whispers echoed from nowhere. The dogs moved deeper into the manor, exploring every room, every hallway, and every shadow. But as they wandered through the darkened halls, a feeling began to settle over them, a feeling that they were not alone. And so, the adventure at Bark Manor began. The pups had no idea what awaited them in the shadows. But this, my dear friends, is only the beginning. There are more mysteries to uncover, and perhaps some of them may even surprise you. Rest well tonight, for tomorrow, the real adventure begins.